Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. The sky is falling again. It's all doom and gloom. I've got some good news and I've got some bad news. Where should I start? I think I'll start with the bad news, but I should probably talk you off the ledge first. What caused all this? Look, we went into last weekend, huge recruiting weekend for the VAWLS. They came out pretty good, but we went into that weekend knowing that the decisions were likely to come in July, not now. So what changed? What freaked us out? Why is everybody in full panic mode for this class of 24? Well, I think it is this tweet right here from Josh Newberg. Anytime somebody's got that magical blue check mark and they are an insider, they are a national recruiting analyst like Josh Newberg is, you seem to believe they know something that they're talking about. He says here, I think there could be a whole lot of good news on the way today. Now, this happened on Sunday. Coming out of the weekend, we saw all the interviews from VolQuest 247 Sports, from all the kids that were on campus. Josh Newberg says, I've got my eyes on Texas, Tennessee, and Georgia. He says good news on the way today. That was Sunday coming out of the visit. So all of a sudden, we as Vol fans, myself included, we get emotional, we get excited, eyeball emojis all over Vol Twitter. What happens? Nothing happens. No movement, no commitments, nothing. So here we go into Monday, waiting to see if we're going to get some type of news. Is Mike Matthews, 5-star wide receiver, is he going to pull the trigger? Is he going to jump in the boat? Is that what the good news is, Boogie? Tell me something good is about to happen. Nothing happens on Monday. We go into the Monday night chat over at VolQuest.com. They give a lot of good information. You guys know I'm a VolQuester. I've had Eric Kane as a regular on this show. AP's been on the show. Matt Ray's going to be on the show Wednesday night. The Monday night chat is where it's at over at VolQuest, and they unpacked a lot of information coming off the visit. We're going to talk about some of that coming up here in just a second. But as always, do me a favor and smash the thumbs up just below the video. That is quick, free, and easy. It helps the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the Talkin VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts. We're not insiders. We're not media. We are building a community of Tennessee fans right here on the Talkin VAWLS Network. I think that separates us from every other YouTube channel out there. We give you a voice here. We're not talking at you. We are talking with you. If you enjoy the content, make sure you subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You're not going to miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. Again, going to be live tomorrow night, Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Matt Ray of VolQuest.com is going to come on the channel and break down some of this information, some of the news coming out of the visits this past weekend, where Tennessee is trending. Can they end up top 5, top 10? Where do they finish this class of 24? Should be a fun show. But let's get into it. Let's talk about it. Again, why is everybody in full-blown panic mode? Well, coming out of the Monday night chat, a couple of things that stood out to me. Tennessee needs to do a better job recruiting on the offensive line. Started to get excited when you're hearing grumblings that Daniel Calhoun, 4-star offensive tackle, Tennessee could have a shot there. Now, here we are a couple of days later. The visit high has worn off, and he is likely off to UGA. You also talk about 4-star offensive tackle Marquez Easley. What happened there? Comes in for an official visit. All of a sudden, now Tennessee is not recruiting him. Of course, message board rumors and drama. He's not a culture fit. Is it something medically? I will say that Brent Hubbs did make a comment last night, said that Marquez Easley is a good kid. It's not anything to do with that. So not sure what happened there, but on the flip side, Tennessee set themselves up pretty nicely. 4-star offensive tackle Bennett Warren. I think Tennessee has a very good shot to land him. So some good news, some bad news. Also, Williams Nwaneri completely off the board. No shot, 0% chance that Tennessee lands the big 5-star defensive lineman. So I ask you guys, is that a cause for concern? Sounds like it's now an Oklahoma and UGA battle. So Tennessee really not in the mix. When do you start to get concerned? When do you start to hit the panic button? Are you in freak out mode saying, Boogie, there's no chance this class, the ship has sailed, it's awful, it's terrible, the sky is falling? Again, part 2. Tennessee still has a good shot to finish out this class. Coming up later in the week on Friday, 4-star wide receiver Braylon Staley out of South Carolina, set to make his decision. Everything seems to be trending towards Tennessee. What VolQuest is saying, what Go Balls 247 is saying. Also, a little birdie in my ear has been telling me since the visit, Boogie, this kid is a Vol. You can go ahead and bank on that. So that creates some momentum. Mike Matthews, that was coming off the tweet from Josh Newberg. That's what kind of lit a spark under us was, Mike Matthews, that's who it is. He's pulling the trigger. Doesn't help that Boo Carter's putting out eyeball emojis and saying that he knows something we don't know. And Is he talking about Mike Matthews? Maybe. But Mike Matthews was never really set to commit this week. But that tweet from Josh Newberg is what fired us all up and made us think something big was coming. Now, Mike Matthews supposed to commit later in July. Mid to late July decision is incoming. Tennessee's still very much out front there for the 5-star wide receiver. So you don't have to panic just because they're not in the boat now. Tennessee still very much the leader for Mike Matthews. So when you look at that in the grand scheme of things, Mike Matthews, 5-star wide receiver, Braylon Staley, highly rated 4-star wide receiver. Tennessee also still battling for Amari Jefferson. Alabama right up there. Tennessee in the mix. Coin toss, 50-50 type situation. Did Tennessee do enough on the official visit? Does Mike Matthews jumping in the boat kind of help sway Amari Jefferson? But you still have a good shot there. I want to talk about a guy that we've really not talked a lot about on the channel, but coming off of the visit, he was in town unofficially. And Tennessee come out of the weekend leading or out front, appears to be out front for the 4-star edge rusher, Danny Okoye, 6'5", 230 pounds out of Oklahoma. Now, the quote that I liked coming out of the visit, asked about Tennessee, said, definitely at the top or very top, close to the top of my list right now. I feel comfortable saying that because there's no place like it. Preach, Danny Okoye. There is no place like Rocky Top. He goes on to say Tennessee was always the favorite. Their coaches have been recruiting me harder than pretty much anybody else. Definitely after this weekend, it is definitely increased. It's really just the coaching staff. They're all people I would love to play for. There's nobody where it's like, I don't really like him. Everybody comes together. It's like a big family, and I can really appreciate that. So, again, Tennessee seems to be out front for Danny Okoye, 4-star edge rusher. Also in it with Jordan Ross, 5-star edge rusher. I think that's also probably a coin toss type scenario. Can Tennessee finish the job there? And that's it, man. Like, tell it like it is. Some of you guys say, Boogie, it doesn't matter when some of these kids like Williams Winery, it doesn't matter if he shows interest, if you ultimately don't get him in the boat. It does not matter. But then you got to go back to what AP said right here on this channel. You got to land some of them. You don't have to land them all. I know we were all excited about Williams Winery, but what if Tennessee finds a way to land Cam Franklin, Jordan Ross, Danny Okoye? Are you satisfied with the recruiting on the defensive line at that point? Let's take a look at where Tennessee is at in the class of 2024. Let me go back here and look. You can see that according to 247 Sports, Tennessee sitting 11th overall. So let's break it down real quick by position. Quarterback, you've already got your guy. You've got Jake Merklinger in the boat. You've got Nico on campus. I think Tennessee is in a really good spot at the quarterback position. Running back, 4-star Peyton Lewis, a speedster. Guy's got elite level speed. Braylon Russell, 4-star running back, set to make his decision on July the 14th at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. You got to like where Tennessee is at. I think they are trending for Braylon Russell. Thunder and lightning, book it. It is happening. The offensive line, I will give you guys. You can click on it here and take a look. You've got Max Anderson, 4-star offensive tackle in the boat. Gage Ginther, a lot of people think he is better than a 3-star, but that's becoming the popular thing to say, so sometimes we just regurgitate that. Also, 3-star offensive lineman Jesse Perry is in the boat. I'm concerned about the offensive line because there's going to be a lot of turnover after this season, guys that are going to be done playing football at Tennessee. I think losing Daniel Calhoun and Marquez Easley both off the recruiting board at the same time is brutal. Now, thankfully, you did add Bennett Warren. You know, I think he is huge to be able to kind of slide him in there, and it seems like Tennessee is in a very good spot for the 4-star offensive tackle. Ronan O'Connell, also a 3-star interior offensive lineman, Tennessee is set up nicely for as well. But are you concerned about the recruiting on the offensive line? If you had been able to add, Bennett Warren and Daniel Calhoun and or Marquez Easley, I would feel a lot better about that recruiting. But you got to lean on Glenn Ellerby, and you've got to lean on development at this point. Go on and look at the defensive line. What do you guys think about this? Again, we're out front for Williams Winery. We're out front for Cam Franklin. We're out front for Cam Fountain. Never say never on Cam Fountain. Tennessee is going to continue to recruit him and try to get him on campus officially and swing him from USC. We'll see how that plays out. Right now, as of right now, committed in the class of 24, Kellen Lindstrom, 4-star defensive lineman, Carson Gentle and Jeremiah Hurd, both 3-star prospects. If Tennessee locks those three down. They go get Cam Franklin. They go get Jordan Ross, and they go get Danny Okoye. How would you grade Rodney Garner on recruiting the defensive line for the class of 2024? Linebackers, I think you're in a very good spot because of what you were able to do in the class of 23 with Arian Carter, with Jalen Smith, and also with Jeremiah T-Lander. As of right now, you added a nice piece in four-star linebacker Jordan Burns. How many linebackers are they planning to take? Probably 2, maybe 3. We will see how it plays out, but you're also in a good spot with four-star in-state linebacker Edwin Spillman set to make a decision in late July. I think you do a good job there at the linebacker position. You move over to the secondary defensive backs. You've got the best player in the state of Tennessee, Caleb Beasley, already in the boat. Idris Farouk, 3-star safety. A lot of people think he is better than a 3-star. I know. What's their name? Bacon and eggs, whatever their name is. Kyler Kirbyson, they're really high on Idris Farouk. Also, you got to talk about Kai Bates, 4-star corner. Tennessee held off the LSU visit. They survived. He did not commit. Still have an opportunity to land the 4-star defensive back. That's a ton of information I'm throwing at you guys. Right now, Tennessee sits 11th in the class of 24, according to 247 Sports. Can they close on some of these guys? I know there's probably going to be a lot of negativity in the comments. I get it. But Tennessee's about to get a commitment from Mike Matthews. I feel confident in that. Can they land Amari Jefferson? I feel confident about Bennett Warren. They're in a nice spot there. Braylon Russell coming up in a couple of weeks. 4-star running back. Feel confident about it. I think once we get Mike Matthews in the boat, everybody's opinion is going to start to change on this class of 2024. So the sky is not actually falling, but I know some of you guys probably think that it is. But you know the deal by now. Jump into the comment section. A lot to unpack. I just threw on the old record button and started talking on this video. So much to unpack coming out of the weekend. A lot of information put out there by VolQuest for us as fans to get in, debate, and talk about. If you want to contribute a little bit more, hit that join button down below. Just below the video, hit join, become a member of the channel. We're on that membership drive, trying to get them back up to where they belong during the football season. It's only $1 a month. If you want to give more, you can. You get access to custom Talkin' Balls emojis, fan call-in shows, all kinds of fun perks and benefits. You can also go check out the merch. Go to bonfire.com/store/Talkin' Balls. We appreciate the way you guys support this channel. I'm forever grateful. I know I say that a lot. I can only continue to say it because I get to wake up every single morning and talk Tennessee football with you guys. So again, if you can't afford to give, that's fine. Smash the thumbs up, jump into the comment section. Let's talk some Tennessee football because this is the Talkin' VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.